Ta-da! Here's James! What do y'all think of my paintwork? But all the engines are not interested. All the engines are trying to get the work done, cause it is very cold, and all the engines want to get back to the sheds to warm up. Bitter cold, bitter cold, bitter cold. I'm ready for my coaches. Here you go, James. Here's your splendid big coaches. Ah, my splendid red coaches. Just the way I like them. Winter had arrived on the island of Sodor. And it's very cold. And the big freeze is going to hit tonight on the island of Sodor. And all the engines are trying their best to get their work done as soon as possible so they can go back to the shed and warm up. But James doesn't mind. Here's James!
Careful, James! The rails are very, very slippery. You could have caused an accident.
Don't worry, Skiff. I'm careful. James just finished his passenger run. And all the engines were still trying to get their work done as soon as possible before the big freeze hits tonight. What do y'all think of my splendid red paintwork? Why is everyone not paying attention to me? It's not that, James. We're just trying to get the work done before the big freeze hits tonight. Bitter cold, bitter cold, bitter cold. Annie and Clara wants to get home to the shed before the big freeze hits tonight, James. And my passengers want to get home as well. And I need to get some work done too before the big freeze hits. I don't mind the cold. I'm just too proud of my splendid red paintwork. It doesn't bother me, really. Just then, an engine pulled up alongside him is Timothy. Timothy is an oil-burning steam engine. He doesn't run on coal at all. And Timothy is proud the way he is. James, on the other hand, doesn't understand why he runs on oil. It's very odd that you run on oil, Timothy. I thought diesels run on oil. Diesels do, James. I run on oil because I'm an oil-burning engine. I don't take coal and water. I'm surprised you're the only engine on Sodor who runs on oil. Oh, I'm not the only one, James. Victor runs on oil as well. Puh! You and Victor must be the odd one out, because you both run on oil. I don't need to take oil. I run in coal and water, and I'm very proud of it. I don't need some silly old oil. Timothy felt hurt after what James said. Later on, James had been asked to take the passengers again. He was thrilled when he was given another job to pull coaches. He had to take the passengers home before the big freeze hits tonight, and he was the only engine to take the job. The passengers soon got onto James's coaches, and James was ready to go. But then there was trouble. Why are we not going, driver? James, we ran out of coal. We should have stopped to get some more coal, James, before we start work. Oh, bother! I'm gonna have to call for help and see what we can do from here. Rosie has been sent to pick up James's passengers to take passengers home. I just got a call for Sir Topham Hatt. There is no more coal at the coal hopper, and all the engines are being reported back to the sheds. I'm sorry to say this, but you're gonna have to stay here overnight. But why? Asked James. Sir Topham Hatt says so. I'm afraid you'll have to stay here overnight. James was cross when he heard about it. Apparently, tomorrow an engine will go to the mainland and pick up some more coal. It's probably going to be some diesel engines going to the mainland to pick up coal, and diesels trying to prove that diesels are better than steamies. Later that night, the big freeze had hit Sodor, and poor James was very cold. His fire has gone out, and his funnel is covered in icicles. The engine's all right, said James. The big freeze is very cold, and they are not kind to my paintwork at all. I wish I was back at Titmus Sheds to be warmed up. The next morning, the island of Sodor is still cold, and poor James was cold most of all. He didn't get any sleep at all. He was still waiting for an engine to come to bring some coal. I bet Splatter and Dodge going to the mainland to pick up coal, and I'm sure they're gonna tease me now. But James was wrong. He heard a whistle that sounded familiar. It was Timothy. The little oil-burning engine had been sent to the mainland to pick up coal and deliver it to the coal hopper. But when he heard the news, he first delivered coal to James. Timothy! Hello, James. I've been sent to the mainland to pick up some coal and take some coal to the coal hopper. But I've heard that you ran out of coal, so I brought them here first to you, so you can be all warmed up again. Thank you so much, Timothy. I thought it was going to be the diesels that bring some coal from the mainland. Nope, it was me that I've been asked to do this job. And Timothy, I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings. I realize that you, Timothy, the oil-burning engine on the island of Sodor, is very special and really useful, and more splendid than my paintwork. And the two friends had to laugh.